Let's talk about this.
Let's go.
I love this because you're a facts over feelings guy, but right now I feel like they're about to collide. Do you expect Josh Allen to hang with Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, I do. And so what? I wear my emotions on my baggy suits, on my sleeve. I'm a Bill-liever. That's what we are. Buffalo Bills Mafia. Bill-lievers. I noticed you shouted out Nick Wright and not my ex, Jason Whitlock. He's the biggest Chiefs fan I know, literally and figuratively. Why didn't you give him some love? You don't like my ex? Let's talk about this. Let me get back on topic. And Josh Allen and these Bills coming for these boys. All right, let's set the scene. We're on the Fox studio lot.
Yes, sir.
Doing a television show.
No
and right
question.
next door, they're filming movies. Let's film this movie about a compromised Chiefs team. Oh, limping, sputtering throughout the season, not looking the same. Oh, they're bored. Oh, they're playing with fire, that Chiefs team. But everyone knows that they're still the Chiefs, even in a playoff game. The quarterback who is all-world in Patrick Mahomes can only play half the game and still beat the other starting quarterback in a full game. And then that quarterback gets knocked out the game, gets his head knocked off. Oh, that limping team, now with a compromised quarterback, is now facing these Buffalo Bills. Oh, it's set up perfectly for the Buffalo Bills to go out there and take care of business. Why? Because the Buffalo Bills have the number 2 scoring offense. Why? Because of the remaining teams, the Buffalo Bills have the best defense in scoring defense. So we have what we need, and now we have a quarterback that has arrived. People are like, how do you know he's arrived? He hasn't even played this game yet. I will repeat the names that he's going to be in the company of this weekend. Tom Brady.
Yes, sir.
Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. Well, he's arrived. He's somewhere where he belongs. With this team as fully loaded as they are, and Patrick Mahomes being compromised and Josh Allen ready for the moment, the only thing you could talk about is, well, Patrick's been here before. But as Acho always reminds me when I try to go with my big historical context, it's not what have you done, it's what have you done lately. Full screen king, Mafia style. Let's bring up these numbers. This is very simple. Since week 13, guys, it's basically 7 weeks of football. Josh Allen beating Patrick Mahomes in points per game. Josh Allen more accurate with the football. Josh Allen better touchdown to turnover ratio. If you blink, if you squint, you might miss that Josh Allen is ready for this moment, but I'm not. Eyes wide open. Bills Mafia, because I'm a Bill-liever.
I like your take, Sal, and I'm not here to cut you down. I'm just here to plant my own tree if I can. Josh Allen won't hang with Patrick Mahomes, but that's because he shouldn't try.
Ooh.
He won't hang with Mahomes, but he shouldn't try. Let's think about it. Last week, the Buffalo Bills said, hey, Josh Allen, it's on you, big dog. Go out there and pass the ball. For the first time in NFL playoff history, we saw a team not attempt to run the ball in the first quarter. Josh Allen, it's all on you. But for the first time since week 4 of 2019, the Bills only scored 3 points in a half. A half in which Josh Allen played the entirety of. So they tried to say, hey, Josh Allen, put the team on your back. And what happened? Now, for those of y'all that didn't get to watch the game, or it's been a while, and I've been hitting the head a couple times, so the memory's bad, take a look at it. 13 minutes left in the second quarter. That's the first time a running play happened. But it wasn't even an intentional running play. It was a design pass play. You see it there, 13:56. Design pass play out of the shotgun in empty, and Josh Allen tucks it and runs it. So that's 13 minutes in the second quarter till you see a run. 3 minutes and 7 seconds, Marcellus Wiley, until there was actually a called run. 3 minutes, 7 seconds until the Bills decided to call a run. You don't score in the first half, no touchdowns. So what do the Bills do? Your head coach, Sean McDermott, not your actually head coach, but your team's head coach. At halftime, they regroup, and Sean McDermott says, hey, bump all this passing stuff. We gonna run the ball.
Pound them.
First possession, second half. Bills, 4 runs, only offensive touchdown of the game. When they tried to put it all on Josh Allen in the playoffs, light him up, light him up, light him up, light him up, you ain't get no touchdowns. But then they said, you know what, we tripping. That's on us. Hey, that's on us, big dog. We gonna go out there and run the ball. All of a sudden, you got your touchdown. The last thing I'm gonna do to end my lap is this. Nobody should try to compete with Patrick Mahomes because nobody can. The greatest of all time, week 11, we saw the Chiefs play the Buccaneers. Hey, Tom Brady, you the GOAT. Go compete with Patrick Mahomes, why don't you? Tom Brady threw the ball 41 times. He had 3 touchdowns, congratulations. He also had 2 interceptions. The last time the Buccaneers and Tom Brady had the ball with an ability to take the lead in that game, 7 minutes left in the first quarter, Marcellus. So if Tom Brady and the Buccaneers and that prolific offense can't compete with Patrick Mahomes passing the ball, Josh Allen, please don't even try to. Well, let's bring in another opinion. That's NFL analyst Bucky Brooks, my guy. His glasses are actually real. So, Bucky, you expect Josh Allen to hang with Patrick Mahomes?
So here's the thing, because this is a huge dilemma. I'm really torn because I've been a part of Chiefs Kingdom. I've been a part of Bills Mafia. This really, man, tugs on the heartstrings when I think about this, because Josh Allen has played at an MVP level. He has been a one-man show, really a force of nature when it comes to the way that he has been able to put this offense on his back. He is a one-man show, unlike, I would say, anything that we've really seen in this league. And what the Bills do is they put it all on him, and he has been absolutely outstanding. When you think about this team winning 8 straight games, the fact that they are scoring 35.5 points and being able to get it done, you would like to think that you can jump in the ring with the Chiefs and go toe-to-toe. But if they do that, they're going to go out on a shield. They cannot get into a shootout with the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are the football version of the Golden State Warriors in their prime. You're not going to outscore the Kansas City Chiefs. And so as much as I love what Josh Allen has done and how much he's improved as a playmaker, if they ask him to throw it 35 or more times, it's a recipe for disaster. I want Josh Allen to play well, but I think less is more in this game, because if you give the Chiefs too many opportunities to go up and down, they're going to outrun you in a track meet.
That's real. Let me talk to my fellas if we can, if I can, please. Bucky, Marcellus, I'm telling on myself. Because, and I'm probably telling on all of us, sometimes you go through life and you just use phrases that you hear. And you don't really know the meaning or the origin. For the first time, I'm going to tell on myself, I rode horses like a month ago. I had to get outside in L.A. I went out somewhere and rode some horses. And the horse instructor, as we got back to the base, she was like, yeah, just hold your horses right there. And I was like, hold your horses. See, all the time I use the phrase, don't fight fire with fire. Okay, but what's that really mean? Like, I don't really like playing with fire. But then you look up, wait, don't fight fire with fire. It simply means don't respond to an attacker by using the same method as the attacker. Don't try to fight the Chiefs by using the same method that the Chiefs will kill you with. Sal, you mentioned Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if y'all are cool, but y'all have conversations.
That's my dog.
That's your dog.
That's my dog.
What I know is this. You don't try to beat Floyd by a decision. If you gonna beat Floyd, you better knock Floyd out, because Floyd is the best at not getting touched. Floyd is the best at bruising you up. He probably ain't gonna knock you out, but he gonna win in decision because he will punch you more times than you punch him. Don't try to beat Floyd Mayweather at the same manner in which he will beat you. So, I know this about the Chiefs. 8 out of 9 Patrick Mahomes losses. He's lost 9 times in his career. 8 of the times, the opposing team has averaged 166 yards rushing. How do you beat Patrick Mahomes? You do not beat Patrick Mahomes by trying to out Patrick Mahomes. You beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs by trying to win on the running game. I left one note out when I talked about Tom Brady and his Buccaneers. They only attempted 13 rushes that game against the Chiefs. Their second fewest all season long. Don't try to fight fire with fire, and don't try to beat the Chiefs by out Patrick Mahomesing Patrick Mahomes.
Well, you're talking to the resident pyro up here, because I told you, boy, I used to grab a brand new bag. You know, there's several paper towels in there, like rolls, and throw it in the sink and light it up. I was 11, 12 years old. I was a pyro for real until my mama grabbed something that you can't grab anymore with these kids, and I stopped playing with fire. But we keep equating and making Patrick Mahomes synonymous with fire. But what if that fire of late is not burning the same? What if that fire is going out of sort? Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and their 71 combined points in the last 3 Mahomes starts. 71. Is that good for them? Well, no, because it's the second fewest amount of points in a 3-game span in Patrick Mahomes' career. So that's not good. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes and this fire that is, according to you guys, blazing out of control. But according to the numbers, Patrick Mahomes has the second biggest passer rating drop-off of any quarterback since week 13. Okay, so maybe this fire isn't out of control as you guys say it is. Maybe there is some water in the air, some precipitation, something that's keeping him from blazing like normal. The only way that the Buffalo Bills will lose this game is, frankly, if Josh Allen doesn't believe that he belongs on this level. With a Tom Brady, with an Aaron Rodgers, with a Patrick Mahomes at the championship level. If he doesn't believe that fully, deeply, I mean, talking about his unconscious, subconscious, if he doesn't believe it like that, then it's not going to work out. But this is a guy who went from like an intro to math class, and the next day he's in the AP calculus class. And he may be overwhelmed, but I don't think he is. And then he's going to go against a team. Bucky, I need to see your face because you keep telling me that he can't win a shootout against Patrick Mahomes. Matter of fact, my boy Acho says he can't win a shootout against Patrick Mahomes. How about the number says he doesn't have to? Let's talk about how the Bills beat the Ravens even though they were outgained by 120 yards. How about the fact that the Bills are 6-2 this season when they're outgained by their opponents? So go ahead, Kansas City, do your thing. How about the fact that if we look at the Bills, they're 5-1 this year when they have under 350 yards of offense? That means they're not lighting it up, and they still win those ball games. How about the fact that the Bills only score 17 points? We saw that last week, but they have a winning record when they score under 25 points. How about the Bills are 4-1 this season when Josh Allen has under 225 total yards? So, Bucky, you keep telling me about this Golden State team, and Acho keeps talking about how these are the Warriors out there. That 73-win Warrior team, right? That was down 1-3 against OKC, right? And then all of a sudden lost in the finals to LeBron, right? Sometimes you don't have to go toe-to-toe with a team. Maybe it's just a war of attrition because certainly the sputtering of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs looks like a little war of attrition.
Oh, okay, Marcellus. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both of your arguments because both of you guys make great points. I like the don't fight fire with fire from Acho. I like what you're saying about Bills Mafia. But here's how I'm going to spin it and let you know that this fight is real. It's a heavyweight fight. And in the other corner is Mike Tyson because that's the Kansas City Chiefs. So now if you run over there and you think you're going to knock Mike Tyson out in the first round, they're going to drag you out. However, if you take Evander Holyfield's strategy and you kind of pepper him with jabs, and every now and then you take him into that deep water, and maybe you get him into the 6th, 7th, and 8th round, then you can kind of lay into him. And then maybe Mike Tyson gets a little frustrated and tries to snatch it off your ear. So if you're the Buffalo Bills and you look back at how they played in Week 6, that's the strategy that they took. Defensively, they didn't drop anybody in the box. They let the Kansas City Chiefs run for as many yards as they want to have. And they were hoping that they could stiffen up in the red zone. Offensively, same thing. Let's eat up the clock. Let's not give it back to them. Don't turn it over and those things. And in the fourth quarter, they were right there. They couldn't get it done, but that's the best tactic. So what I'm saying is the Buffalo Bills absolutely can win, but they cannot win if they're going out there trying to drop a haymaker because as they throw those haymakers, they leave themselves vulnerable. And we've seen Pat Mahomes is the best knockout artist in football. He's won 24 out of his last 25 games. If they do that, he'll walk away and chalk up another dub.
Mike Tyson before or after Buster Douglas? Buffalo Bills, Buster Douglas time.